The hard fork for Kaspa has gone live, but the price action hasn't really reflected the major upgrade that we've seen recently, guys. We're sitting at around $800 million market cap. So in today's video, we're going to be talking about all things Kaspa. If you guys are new to the channel, my name is Ro. Stay until the end of this video. If you like what you see, consider hitting that subscribe button. I've been in the market since 2017, learned a lot of things, and I basically started making YouTube videos 2 years ago, guys, to share with you guys everything that I've learned throughout these cycles. Now, it is without a doubt certain that we are in a bear market, and guys, June, July is going to show signs of strength in the market, but come August, September, October, we're going to see another pullback. And until then, you're presented with so many good buying opportunities, and Kaspa is one of those plays that I believe is easily run into billions of dollars in the next cycle. 4-year cycle is still intact. Argue with the wall about that, but let's get into today's video. So first of all, let's take a look at some things that Kaspa is. What is it exactly trying to do, right? Kaspa is basically trying to answer the question Bitcoin never really needed to answer. What if you could keep proof of work, but make it actually fast enough for modern usage? Bitcoin proof decentralized money can work. Kaspa is trying to push that idea further with faster blocks, cheaper transactions, higher throughput, POW security, right? Proof of work security and real scalability. That's why the comparison is interesting. Bitcoin is the foundation. It laid the bricks, guys, for what we have in crypto today. But Kaspa is the experiment for what POW can look like when speed actually matters. People can argue about narratives all day, but if Kaspa keeps scaling while staying decentralized, it's going to be very hard to ignore. Here's the thing with Kaspa, okay? Instead of Bitcoin's 1 block per 10 minutes, Kaspa prints 10 blocks per second. There are no fees, over a billion daily transactions. It's faster, it's cheaper, and it's scalable and decentralized, which is what makes Kaspa so stinking good. And again, guys, there was no VC allocation, there was no pre-mine for Kaspa. Again, one of the reasons why I'm so bullish on the tokenomics around the crypto project and why I think the future for Kaspa is bright, even though the short-term price action may not be the greatest. In the past 24 hours, Bitcoin is up 3%, or sorry, in the past 7 days, up 3%, and Ethereum is up 7%. Hovering around 1700, Bitcoin just barely able to hold above that $60,000 mark. But I do feel like, guys, come August, September, October, we're going to see Bitcoin have a little bit of a pullback into the $50,000 region once again. Where is everybody that back in February, when February we hit lows, I was saying, guys, I don't expect the Bitcoin bottom to be in right now. People in May, or March, April, May, they were saying that I was wrong. People were saying that the bottom has already come in, but see how quickly those same people have disappeared from the market. I told you guys that we are going to be going back below 60,000, that we are going to retest levels. And guys, September, October, November time, keep a very close eye on the market, because I do believe crypto is going to make new lows, which is going to present you guys with so many buying opportunities. Kaspa, right now sitting at $800 million market cap, is severely undervalued. In the last month, down 10%, and this is a crypto that just keeps going down and down and down. And historically, right, in the last bear market, we saw that Kaspa was actually performing well, but it's getting hammered right now. We're going to be taking a look at some on-chain data, also some things that have happened for the Kaspa ecosystem, and we're waiting really and truly for the price and the market cap of the Kaspa token to catch up with everything that is happening. Market cap at $800 million market cap, at $800 million. Volume is up 17.68%, not too shabby at all. And guys, I want to say that to say, I want to lead by saying that to say, now is a time more than ever that you want to be dollar cost averaging into a bunch of cryptos, whatever it is that you guys have conviction in. If you don't know what to buy and hold, listen, guys, I've been in the market since 2017. I was able to fully retire from my corporate job just last year at the age of 24, thanks to crypto. If you guys want to know how I did this, if you want to know my buy and sell alerts, if you want to know how to navigate these markets, what to look for, what to avoid, you want to be a part of the inner circle. The best part is we go live inside of it every single week. Actually going to go live today, guys. So if you want to join that, be a part of it, make sure you click the link down below in the description as well as the comments, so you guys don't miss out. Past profits don't guarantee future results, but we have had people absolutely crush it inside of this Discord. So click the link down below, join the inner circle, and at checkout, if you use the code 25OFF, you get 25% off for life. Now, Let's take a look at Kaspa where it's sitting at right now. I mean, it just seems like it's making lower lows, guys. Lower highs and lower lows is kind of the name of the game. Ever since we peaked out around 2024, around July of 2024, we've only been going down and down and down. The price of Kaspa is genuinely being hammered. Now, the reason for that, guys, is I'm bullish on Kaspa, right? Don't get me wrong, but short-term price action is rough right now. It's really, really brutal. And the truth is, you can have the best tech in the world, but if there is no one that is going to use it, or if there's no real use case coming out of it, then the price of the token isn't going to be sustainable. It's not going to do well. And that's just the reality of it. So the people that are saying, Kaspa to the moon, well, first of all, guys, we really need to hold an area of support. Okay, we need to break out of this downward spiral that we've been going in, and we need to reverse this and then start a small move towards the upside. Now, this could happen as early as 2026, or it could take until 2027 and potentially even the next bull run to start for us to see that reversal. Let's take a look at some things that are happening for Kaspa, though. It looks like some people were ready for the Takata hard fork to come into play. You can see Covenant creating transactions 13, Covenant outputs created 24, and Covenant output spent 13. The smartest thing, we're waiting for the moment. They're waiting to be great devs. Will know what's coming is big. Kaspa is massive. Just trying to kind of piece together what this guy was trying to say. But basically, guys, some people were ready for the hard fork to be activated, and they're already using the main Covenants feature, which I think is super cool. Kaspa accepted transactions are looking steady around 27 to 31,000 transactions every hour over the last 48 hours, and this is after the hard fork went live. That's what you want to see. Network keeps producing blocks, transactions keep flowing. Kaspa is doing the boring part right. Upgrade the network and keep it moving. Kaspa holder distribution is getting interesting. 250,000 addresses hold 1 to 100 Kaspa, 100,000 plus hold 1 to 10k Kaspa, and over 67,000 addresses hold 10,000 to 100,000 Kaspa, and only 191 addresses hold 10 million to 100 million Kaspa. This is the kind of chart that shows how early the holder base still is. A lot of small wallets, a lot of mid-range accumulation, and the big supply is still sitting with larger holders. If Kaspa keeps growing, the distribution is going to matter a lot. Early networks always look weird before they mature, and Kaspa is at that stage right now, guys, where it's kind of in price discovery, right? We're kind of trying to figure out where this thing is going to bottom out at, and the major tailwinds of the crypto market need to be perfect for us to actually find that bottom, because up until then, there's no saying how much lower we could go. I mean, we're already at a very significant low. We're getting close to that low that we set back in February. And you know what happened after that pump, right? Or after that low, we did have little rallies, little spikes along the way. Now, short-term price action, I do believe will be a little bit better. I do believe we will see a little bit of pump towards the upside. But again, come August, September, October, around Q4, really and truly, we're going to get a lot more drawdown. We're probably going to go a little bit lower, guys, but be prepared for that. Does not mean I'm selling or I'm less bullish on Kaspa. I think in the long run, it is going to be a-okay. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, smash that like, subscribe, and hit the bell notification. And as always, remember, I am not a financial advisor. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. God bless you. Jesus loves you. Take care, y'all, and peace out.